Welcome back to the Prestige, everybody. This is our perfect picks page where we got all of these picks. Perfect. Last card. It's quite a few of them. I think there is 9. So if you want to take a look at those, we got Perisic, Rouston, Sterling, Jenkins, Montague, Thainera, Malarkey, Kroot, and Nolan. If you wanted to take a deeper look on those, go back to the results video I made. There's one view. So we're going to move on. The first fight of the night is... Hello, what's up, everybody? Alright, first fight of the night is, I think, Veronica Hardy versus Brogan Walker. Veronica Hardy is 29, Brogan Walker is 37 years old. Brogan Walker did not even win the Ultimate Fighter. She lost in the main event to, I can't think of her name right now, but she hasn't won in the UFC, I don't think. Maybe she has one fight, one win. Anyway, Brogan Walker is not very good. She's a decent, like, I'd say like a 5 all around. I don't even know how she wins this fight. Maybe a lucky... No, she's not winning this fight. Veronica Hardy. It's my lock. There's 100% confidence on this one for a reason. Pretty sure it goes to decision, but it could be a knockout just because Veronica Hardy is that much better than her. Ramiz Brahimaj versus Austin Vanderford. You guys like my art there? Austin Vanderford is Paige Van Zant's dude. And I think Austin wins this. Brahimaj is a tough dude, and he's willing to fight, but he is, from what I saw, pretty limited striking. Like, he hits pretty freaking hard, but it's very limited. Like, it's not like super combo driven. It's not very switched up. He has every shot to win this fight, though. But I think Austin Vanderford, I think it's a pretty fair fight everywhere except for Vanderford. I think he's bigger, and he probably does have the wrestling. Sorry if you guys can hear that construction outside. I couldn't wait on this video anymore. But I think he's just bigger, and with that, I think he'll get the grappling advantage, and he has the reach advantage. So with all those advantages, it's hard to get a win for Ramiz Brahimaj, even though I think he's good and he's a live dog. I think Austin gets it done. Alright, Punahele Soliani and Nikola Vertanikov. This fight, I went back and forth on, even right before I made this video. I had Nikolai going, it was green, and then I went back to Punahele. The thing is, about this fight, let me see if I can... oh my god. Let me see here. Last fight for Nikolai Vertanikov was against Prado, I believe. Let me make sure before I talk out of my ass here. I think it's against Francisco Prado. Yep, against Prado. And I bet Prado. And Prado would have won that fight, and it was a split decision. I think Prado would have won that fight if he was a little bit bigger. Prado is a midget in this weight class, and they were both completely gassed in the third round, which is why I went with Punahele, because I don't think he's going to get gassed by the third round. He does have some cardio issues, but at this weight class, I think he's taken his career more serious. And I think it goes to Punahele. Nikolai, he is decent though. So, and Prado cracked this dude. So I don't think Soriano knocks him out. Soriano's got decent hands, but Prado I think has harder hands, and he didn't knock him out. He was close, but. So Vertanikov could easily win a decision, or Soriano could win a decision. If there is a finish, I think Vertanikov gets a finish, but I don't think there's a finish. Alright, Patchy Mix against Jacob Wicklach. I didn't watch any film on Jacob Wicklach. I don't really know much about him, except for he's a submission guy, and Patchy Mix is a submission guy, and everyone's on Patchy. As soon as I saw Patchy Mix, I didn't give any shits about this fight. I'm totally not betting this fight. I'm totally fading this fight. Do what you will. I think it ends in submission, and I think it goes to round 2. Staying away until Patchy Mix shows who he is. Alright, Macy Chizion against Yana Santos. And I don't know why I said it like that. It's Chizion, I think. It's Canadian, I believe. Again, I bet Chizion last fight against that big bitch. I just rewatched that fight today. I'm absolutely terrible with names, so I apologize. Ketlin Vera. I bet her against Ketlin Vera. And she just didn't do anything. She wasn't active. I feel like she just got married, so she was like trying not to get pieced up for her honeymoon. But I was so disappointed in that fight. She should have won that fight. She's way bigger than Yana Santos. She should win this fight. I don't know how she's going to perform. I was so disappointed by her last fight. So I think Macy Chiasson gets it done. Yana Santos, she looks like she's undersized, but she fought at 145. So she must have been fucking big, because she's got a 4-inch reach disadvantage and a 5-inch height disadvantage. So and Macy's a pretty big girl. No offense, Macy. I think Macy wins this. My confidence should be about 75%, but I'm just unsure about last fight. So, Yana Santos is good. I just feel like she has less paths to victory as Macy. She can push people up against the cage and has pretty decent clinch control. I think she has 35% clinch strikes. So it's a lot of her game. But I don't think she's going to be able to control Macy. So Ketlin Vera was, but Ketlin Vera is big. I think Ketlin actually was bigger than Macy, if not the same size. And Ketlin missed weight, I believe. So I'm going to go with Macy, and I'm fairly confident. I'm more confident than my thing says here. Daniel Santos against Ju Sang Yu. I think this lock symbol shouldn't be there. Is one thing I think. But I think Daniel Santos could definitely get this done. I don't like how he gets hit. He gets hit a lot. And I like Ju Sang Yu's fight style, and I want to see more of it. So I'm going to hope he wins. I don't really know. I wouldn't bet this fight. Just because Ju Sang Yu's only fought like once or twice? Once? I think it was once. And it was against that turd. That turd of a human being. Jekasera guy. Yeah, he didn't even have like a contender series or anything. He just got thrown in. There was around 28-second knockout. But he doesn't have all first round knockouts, so I'm gonna go Ju Sang Yu. I'm probably gonna go decision because Santos is really tough to finish, but I don't know what Ju Sang Yu's ground game's like. So that being said, he does have a reach advantage. Farid Basharat. Alright, against Chris Gutierrez. Basharat should win this. They both do pretty decent leg kicks. I think the boxing is a Basharat advantage, and the wrestling I think is a Basharat advantage. But Gutierrez has some good grappling, so Gutierrez is a decent live dog if he wins the leg kicking game. If you can live bet this Farid after the first round, no matter what the odds are, if Chris loses the leg kicking game, because he has a significant reach disadvantage, and if he can't kick the legs and he loses that, and he has the worst wrestling game, he loses. Because Carretera is his one path to victory is always leg kicks and win the boxing fight after. Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Muniz. I'm completely done fading Edmund Shabazian. He's never looked impressive to me. That being said, who am I? But Muniz, I think he's just outsized, outclassed, out skilled on the feet, and Shabazian's takedown defense it says 66%, but I think that's taking into account his whole career, and I think it's way better than that nowadays. I think it was atrocious in the beginning of his career, but I think now it's getting better. He did lose to Mearshart, Hernandez, Imavov, Hermanson, and Brunson, who are all wrestlers. But Muniz isn't a wrestler, he's a grappler. So I'm going to go with Edmund. I'm fairly confident. I think he gets a KO here. Probably second round KO. Atiba Gutierrez. I know this matchup changed, but let's be honest. Atiba's winning this by knockout. He's fighting some other dude. Izzy Diaz realized he was like a minus 10 million fucking underdog, or plus 10 million underdog, and he was like, I'm gonna get my ass kicked, and called off his job. He's fighting Tristan Vines now, who is an LFA guy. He's got 3 losses, and they're all by knockout in the first round. He's got 4 or 5 losses. Atiba knockout first round. All right, moving on. Joe Pyfer Abutsa Magomedov. I'm a pretty decent Joe Pyfer fan. He gets a lot of hate, and it's just because, like, just stop being a whiny bitch, dude. Like, you have way more than you think you have. You do. Take it from me, dude. I think Joe Pyfer gets a knockout, and I think it's like late second round. He doesn't rush anymore, so I think it's a late second round, third round knockout for Joe Pyfer. Or Joe Pyfer could crack him. Abus could go to try to take him down, and then he gets submitted by Pyfer. So I think either way, I think Joe Pyfer finishes him, and I think it's over 1.5 rounds. All right, Josh Emmett versus Yosef Zalal. Josh Emmett, I think, still got it, but what is it? I think his skill set is kind of getting a little bit aged now. He's got good wrestling, which he barely uses anymore, and he's got very heavy hands. It's like the Chuck Liddell of nowadays, freaking featherweight. That's actually a very good explanation. He's Chuck Liddell of featherweight. So I don't think Yusuf gets caught by anything, and he can out-wrestle him, and I think he's way taller. I'm so tempted right now to do... I think he gets a submission, guys. I think Josh Emmett gets... Look at the size difference. 5'6" to 5'10". What's Josh Emmett? Has he been subbed? I think he has. I feel like he has. Yeah, he's been subbed recently by Yair Rodriguez. Choked him with a triangle. I'm gonna go Yusuf by submission. Emmett, he's 40. He lost the decision to Laura Murphy, which, I mean, that's no... Man. I think Yusuf gets this done by submission. I'm pretty confident. Something's telling me. Like, just his long limbs are going to choke the shit out of him. If they're going to get in a grappling match, and he's just got long limbs, and he's going to choke him. That's what's happening. This is another fight that went back and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth on. It's Yuri Prohashka versus Khalil Rountree Jr. By the way, hit the follow button, like, and subscribe. I gotta get better at saying that. But, I love Yuri, and I love Kalir. I think Yuri has a way better shot of beating people that are unorthodox also. Khalil has a very good guard. He has a very good defense. He doesn't rush into anything. He takes it. He's a very good fighter. And I think Yuri has way less of a chance of winning against a really good fighter like that. Even Alex, you can see the differences. Like Jamal Hill, he's kind of wild on the feet, so he was able to beat him. Glover Teixeira, let me look. Glover Teixeira, he's not that good of a striker. He's a grappler, so he was able to outstrike him. Rakic, that's where my theory kind of goes away. But if you look at his wins, got Reyes, which, whatever, he knocked him out. Oh, Ozdemir, Reyes, Teixeira, Rakic, Jamal Hill. Not one of those guys has like the striking defense of Khalil Rountree. So that's why I'm going Khalil Rountree. I think Ziri is going to get caught in a weird ass angle, and he's going to just kind of not get knocked out, but not be the same the rest of the fight. And I think he's going to get one takedown. I think Khalil Rountree wins this by decision. He could knock him out though. Remember Khalil, he side kicked Daukaus's leg, I think. Daukaus. Bukakis. He broke his leg or tore his knee up. I think Jiri's unorthodox style is going against him on this one. But who knows? He's still a live dog. And we all love Jiri. So, alright, Merab Dvalishvili against Corey Sandhagen. The only reason this isn't 100% is I wonder if Merab's going to even wrestle. He said he wants to strike, and Corey is very good on the ground. The only reason that I would think he's going to wrestle is he wrestled with Nurmagomedov. So I think Merab's going to do it anyway. But if he doesn't wrestle and he chooses to strike with Corey, or he can't get a takedown for some reason, I don't see that happening. Corey's a live dog, but Merab's Merab, and I'm going to go Merab until he loses. And Magomed took off against Alec Pereira. I love Pereira. I just think he's too famous. He's too... Once they get a lot of money, they stop fighting good. And I think he's close to the end. I think he does want his belt back, but I think Magomed's just got his number. He's just better than him everywhere except for striking, and he's solid enough striking that he's not going to get clocked by something and taken out, I don't think. I think Magomed finishes him. I think it's going to be my knockout, but who knows? I am pretty confident that Magomed Ankalaev gets it done now. So take that for what it is. Makes me sad, but alrighty. And what is going on here? My pictures didn't load. Let me start over. Alright, here we are. And let me get rid of my ugly mug. So, sorry about that. I don't have a prestige bet yet. I just wanted to get these out here. The dynamic double this week is a 3-pick parlay between Ankalaev, Merab, and Veronica Hardy. That's a double up. I'm fairly confident in all that. My triple, I have one, but I think it's mostly football. But I will get another one out to you guys before, I think before Saturday. One second. Checking my phone. DraftKings takes forever sometimes. Anyway, I'll get you guys a triple out, but this is my Thursday night football parlay. It is I'm very confident in it. It is plus. I use the boost, so it's hard to say. Mine's plus. 810. Mine's plus 810. Or 850. One of those two. My triple is. Oh, that's why I didn't give it, because I already did it. There's 2 Contender Series fights. It's Cardinals, Lions, Rams, Curtis Campbell, and Louis Jourdain. But I'll get another triple out. So, sorry about that. Yeah. So this is my Thursday night football parlay. Or you can take any of those, really, and just make whatever you want. You can just do a plus 100 or whatever. And then that's my dynamic double. This is a current up-to-date record, 102, 56, and 1. These are 2 weeks old now, and if you watched my results video, you would know that we hit a plus 2300 parlay, and this one was plus 400, I think. So, and then these ones were just barely under. So, we're narrowing it down. We're about to get rich, guys. So, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you follow, and I will see you probably Saturday morning or Friday night. So, see you on the flip side.